Back here at Paul J. Uthier Fieldhouse, North Enid Chisholm High School 52nd Annual Wheat Capital Basketball Tournament. It is semifinal Friday. Coming up in less than 2 minutes, the introductions of the starting lineups. 4A number 1 Kingfisher 7-1 and Tecumseh 2-5. Kingfisher has dominated this tournament. They have won 6 of the last 7 Wheat Capital Tournament titles. The only one they didn't win was because they didn't participate in back in 2019. The Yellow Jackets' only blemish on a terrific record thus far, a 6-point loss in the finals of the Edmond Open to 6A number 1 Edmond Memorial. The Jackets, led by 2 NCAA Division I signees, Bijan Cortez, who is headed for the University of Oklahoma. He was the MVP of this tournament last year. And Matthew Stone, who will take his talents down to Denton, Texas, and play for UNT.
Yeah, just a really talented Kingfisher team. The question is today, not a lot of depth. As we speak, their JV team is playing in the semifinals at the Ward Center Classic in Sealing. So a lot of the guys that we would see come off the bench we're not going to see today. So at least 2 starters are going to be on the floor at all times for Kingfisher. And just not having that depth, that might affect the way they play.
The Savages are led by Brady Overstreet, the junior, yesterday in their second win of the season, poured in 23 points in the win over Perry. He's one of 2 Tecumseh players with double figures. The other was Jake Trice, who had 14 as well. We'll be back to get the starting lineups and tip it off. It is Kingfisher and Tecumseh coming up next at the 52nd Annual Wheat Capital, presented by Bank Central on Squirtle.
Enid Vision Center, located on West O&K Garriott Road, across from TJ Maxx in Enid, Oklahoma, is proud to serve the Garfield County community. Dr. Sproul is an Oklahoma native who practices the full scope of primary care optometry. Our team is here to care for all your vision needs. We handle everything from adult and children's eye exams to eye emergencies, treatment of eye diseases, and co-management of eye surgery such as LASIK. So give us a call at 580-297-7580. The Enid Vision Center team is excited to support all our local athletes.
Eubank Haney Law Firm is proud to be a fan of high school sports. Andrew Eubank and Caleb Haney believe that clients deserve better. At the end of the day, that's how they measure true success. Their experience, confidence, and integrity ensures that your case will be handled in a reasonable, efficient manner, regardless of the legal situation you are facing. Get out of line and come to Eubank Haney Law Firm in Enid, Fairview, and Laverne. Call 580-234-4334 when...
Here we go. Kingfisher's won the opening tip. We're underway in the boys' first of 2 semifinal matchups, taking on the Tecumseh Savages. Cortez dribbling around up front, skips it left side for Matthew Stone, a pair of Division I signees. Jared Birdwell to Cortez, drives right and lays it in. And Bijan Cortez gets the first bucket of the ball game. Kingfisher with full court pressure. The Savages to inbound to the backcourt. Davion Mays will dribble up across the midcourt stripe, left side. Picked up by Cortez in the Kingfisher man-to-man defense. Mays with it, foul on extended left wing with 7:17 to go in the first period. Mays drives in. Cortez blocks the shot and ties the ball up. It'll stay with the Savages, though, as the Jackets win the opening tip.
Both teams come out of the man-to-man. I know Kingfisher loves seeing a man-to-man, and that's pretty much all you're going to see the Jackets play. Occasionally, they'll go to a 1-3-1 just to mix things up, but almost exclusively a man defense for Kingfisher.
Jay Mitchell will inbound. They swing it around to Peyton Clutter. Clutter tried to get it to Mitchell. The ball's deflected, and Cortez comes out with the first Savage turnover. Cortez points up ahead, kicks it right corner. Matthew Stone's 3, a little too strong. And Jake Trice weak side with a rebound. 70 seconds deep. Kingfisher leading 2-0 over Tecumseh here in the boys' semifinal. Between the circles, Overstreet steps through a double team, and his pass knocked high into the air and out of bounds. Doherty, Cortez, Birdwell, Stone, and Reitnauer for the Yellow Jackets. It is Overstreet, Mays, Clutter, Trice, and Mitchell for Tecumseh. Clutter gets the inbounds pass left front court. 6:45 to play. They trap. Now they get it to Mitchell, left low post. He'll kick it out to Mays. Mays thought about a 3 is coming up. Bounces it down low to Mitchell, who goes up. And the shot may have been partially altered or tipped by Birdwell. And the rebound to Kingfisher. Bijan Cortez with the only basket of the ball game. Veers right. They're going to get him for an offensive foul. But Cortez called for the push-off. And that's the first Yellow Jacket turnover of the ball game. Yellow Jackets trying for their 12th Week Capital Tournament Championship in school history. Mitchell on a 2-on-1 break. Bounces to Trice, who lays it in. And the game is tied at 2, nearly 2 minutes gone.
Great job there by the Savages, just staying calm, easily beating that press and getting the easy bucket underneath.
Right down with it on front. Doherty on a backdoor lob gets it to Stone, and he tips it up and in. What a great executed half-court set.
And you're going to see a lot of different half-court sets from the Jackets. Coach Reese has a seemingly endless playbook in his back pocket.
Mays with the basketball. Left front court, guarded by Cortez. 5:45 to play here with the first period. Mays a crossover dribble, drives baseline, now turns the corner, gets into the paint, leans from 11, missed it. Cortez slams the rebound down, loses it, and then runs it down. 4-2 Kingfisher, 2.5 minutes gone in the first period. Left side with it is Matthew Stone, loses the handle. It's picked up by Jarrett Birdwell between the circles. Back out high for Stone to Cortez. 4-2 Yellow Jackets here early. Ian Doherty, a Division I signee in baseball at Oklahoma State, throws it away. Ball was deflected by Overstreet. Tecumseh has it in the paint. They're going to get a travel called against the Savages.
And that was a good job by Clutter. He anticipated that pass. I guess we're going to have a timeout here real quick.
5:17 to go first period. Yellow Jackets 4, Tecumseh 2. Back in a moment on the Week Capital, presented by Bank Central on Squirtle. Todd Miller, Michael Swisher back here with you inside Paul J. Uthier Fieldhouse. 4-2 Kingfisher, and the Yellow Jackets with a short bench. Play on, leading by 2. Cortez with it out front to Doherty. Good backdoor cut as they find Birdwell, and he lays it in.
One of their bread and butter plays right there, especially coming out of a timeout.
Clutter into the front court is double team, bounces it to Mays. Mays loses it off of his leg. Savages are trapped in the left corner. They bounce it down low to Mitchell. He takes a dribble, spins, cross-courts it for Overstreet. Fall away, mid-range jump shot, barely drew iron. Cortez with a rebound. Up ahead to right now, and he lays it. That's Stowe or Birdwell on the assist that gets the bucket. 8-2 our score.
Right now, yesterday got his first career dunk in a basketball game.
How about that? Mays tries to run down a half-court pass and came down to the sideline. And the Savages won a timeout with 4:34 to play in the first period. 8-2 Kingfisher. Back in a moment. It's the Week Capital presented by Bank Central on Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Kingfisher off of a Savage turnover will bring the ball into the front court. John Cortez has passed, knocked out of bounds away from Maverick right now, I incidentally gave the bucket to Birdwell. It was Maverick that scored that last possession to build the lead to 6 to the Yellow Jackets. Right side is Mason Snyder, a junior who just checked in. Cortez with it, right front court with the left hand, slides down the paint and lays it in. That's just not there.
Got an excellent screen from Birdwell that freed him up to get down the lane there.
Kingfisher has scored 6 straight. They lead by 8. Mays banging his way into Cortez, has a bounce pass knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kingfisher. Boy, the Yellow Jackets just suffocating Tecumseh. They are really having trouble getting any look on the offensive hit. Butler will inbound in the backcourt. And as they do, an offensive foul called against Overstreet. That'll be his first.
Yeah, they called an illegal screen away from the ball there.
Brady again had 23 points yesterday in the 66-63 Tecumseh win over Perry. Jose Lugo, a junior, comes in for the first time. Mason Snyder with it, top of the circle to Matthew Stone. Stone spins, drives into the paint, hands it off. to Birdwell, who lays it in.
Birdwell with his patented power dribble in the lane. You never know which hand he's going to go up with.
12-2 Kingfisher, 3:42 to play here with the opening period. Overstreet with it between the circles out front. Goes to Clutter. Clutter with it, left corner. Now gets to Overstreet. High post left is Clutter. He'll cross court it right side for Lugo. Lugo trying to throw it out, and it's stolen away by Cortez. One-on-one, spins away from Mays, who knocked it free. Cortez lobs it for Birdwell, who goes up and misses the bump. But he will be fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Mays a good job there. He anticipated that dribble, almost poked it away from Cortez. But Bijan able to chase it down and get the ball down low to Birdwell.
Lugo with his first, team foul number 2 against the Savages. And the first free throw is up, and it's good. Cortez is going to come out of the lineup, as will Ridenauer. Jared Reese is going to go to the bench as much as he can, but he only has 3 available reserves today.
Yeah, it's just going to be an unending carousel here.
Second free throw is good. And into the ball game comes Ian Doherty. Told you he is an outstanding baseball player, one of the best catchers in this part of the country. In fact, he's headed Oklahoma State next year. Mays trapped in the backcourt, lobs it to Overstreet with the right hand, comes across midcourt. Overstreet loses the handle as he tries to get in the paint. Bodies on the floor, a tie-up, and another Savage turnover as Kingfisher has the arrow.
And you talk about Doherty, he's the kind of player, he can affect the game without scoring the point. He can affect the game without touching the ball, other than maybe grabbing some rebounds. But does a lot of the stuff that doesn't really show up in stat books for him, but really a valuable piece.
Cash Slazeski into the ball game, bounces right side, the ball's knocked away. Mays has it, lobs it up ahead. Going to the goal is Jake Trice, and the shot was rejected into the hands of Lugo, who drives into Overstreet in the foul. Swish, I'll just ask you, obviously a lot is yet to be determined, but where would you put this Kingfisher team amongst others?
Well, I'm of the belief that the 2019 team is, until proven otherwise, is still the team. They were just so good with Jet Sternberger and Trey Green and Matthew and Bijan and Jarrett Birdwell. Now this team has a chance. We got to see this season play out. This team could be right up there with them.
Trice knocks down a 3 right wing.
But like you said, still a lot to be determined. I reserve the right to hold judgment until the end of this season.
Mannix Mecklenburg with it, left wing, out high to Stone, slides down the paint, and lays it in. Matthew Stone attacking the rim, and Kingfisher's been able to do that all they want here with the first period. Into the front court, Davion Mays throws up a runner, it spins out, no good. Loose ball foul against Tecumseh. Clutter with the hack, and that's his first, the third against the Savages.
More substitutions for Kingfisher, and I think we're just going to see this the entire game. Coach Reese just constantly pushing his guys in and out, trying to keep them fresh. Because, like you said, their JV team playing right now in the semifinals don't have much of a bench.
Cortez tried to spike it going down the paint, and he missed it. And the rebound is out of bounds, and Bijan, you can tell, is frustrated.
Never shows much emotion.
And you can tell he didn't like that miss slam, though. Inbounds pass to Birdwell, fumbles it, gets it to Cortez, who lays it in. 18-5 in favor of Kingfisher. A minute 50 to play in the first period. Overstreet had it knocked free. Kingfisher out of it with the turnover. It was forced by Mason Snyder, and then Cortez turns it right back over at the other end. Overstreet, right wing side for Jake Trice. Throws up a foul line jump shot, missed it with the left hand. Rebound to Birdwell. To Cortez with 90 seconds to play here in the first period. Mecklenburg picks it left corner for Mason Snyder. Snyder curls across the top of the circle, drives right, bounces to Bijan for 3, got it right corner. Cortez already with 9. And a 30-second timeout with 1:19 to play in the first period. Yellow Jackets 21 and the Savages 5. The 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Remind you, 2 more games coming up on semifinal Friday nights. Up next, it'll be the second girls semifinal matchup. That will pit Chisholm and Perry, and then the host Longhorns in the final game of the semifinals and boys play will take on the Oklahoma City Knights.
You know, you asked that question. We talk about Trey Green. He's at OBU. Of course, you see a lot of OBU games over there, but he was such a fantastic high school basketball player. He's a former MVP here. Jet Sternberger, 2-time MVP here. You put those two on the same team with Bijan and Matt, and that's you see why they won a state title and beat Heritage Hall by 20 in the finals.
Unbelievable how much talent the size of Kingfisher has had. Mays trapped as he brings it to the forecourt, steps through it, gets the ball into the hands of Jose Lugo. Lugo picks his dribble up, now lobs it right side, tries, stumps it down low, gets a pass back. Jake's three right quarter, no good. Mays, though, weak side with a rebound, takes a dribble, attacks the goal, shot blocked up against the backboard by Birdwell. Outlets to Cortez, all the way to the goal, layup good.
Birdwell started that with his block, really quick off his feet, able to get the quick block.
Right side with it is Trice, bounces it down low for Overstreet. He fumbles it, rips it away from Birdwell, and now resets to Lugo, middle of the floor, with half a minute to go in the first period. Lugo with the 5-second count on, gets it to Trice. He goes up. Birdwell got a fingertip on that one. Doherty with a rebound to Cortez behind the back to the goal. Layup good. And Bijan Cortez will get an and one.
And you've seen it. It doesn't even look like he's pushing it very hard. He's just so smooth and has those long strides, covers a lot of ground, and it just doesn't look like he has to try very hard.
4 fouls in the period against the Savages. 2 of those now belong to the reserve junior Jose Lugo, and Cortez caps the three-point play. Already 14 of Kingfisher's 26 points. The lead is 21. In the backcourt, Lugo is trapped, bounces it. Cortez with a steal and the layup. 15 seconds to play in the first period. It's 28-5. Peyton Clutter to inbound. He'll get it to Lugo, who whips it right side for Mays. Mays to Overstreet, top of the circle. Crosses over, works to the foul line, accelerates left, goes up. Ball deflected, and he won't get the shot off. At the end of one, Kingfisher 28, Tecumseh 5. Back in a moment at the 52nd Annual Wheat Capital Tournament presented by Bank Central on Squirtle.
Planning an auction? Look no further than JKJ Real Estate and Auction Company to sell your real estate, farm machinery, vehicles, and equipment. Contact Keith James and Jerry Junkie in Enid, Lon Sturgeon in Mino, Doug Walker in Crescent, and Chad Grebb in Helena, or LD Rapp in Wakita. Let their hard-working and experienced staff conduct a successful auction for you. Since 1968, JKJ Auction and Real Estate has been helping you say sold at 1301 East Willow in Enid, 580-233-9800 and jkjauction.com.
7-1 Kingfisher leads 2-5 Tecumseh at the end of 8 minutes, 28-5. Todd Miller, Michael Swisher back here with you on Squirtle. Semifinal Friday night of the Wheat Capital presented by Bank Central. Overstreet, who's been held in check, no points through 8 minutes plus. With the ball, dribbles up middle of the floor, then throws it away. He was looking for Davion Mays, and Mays had made a break back towards midcourt. Well, you can just tell Tecumseh knows what they're up against.
Yeah, and Kingfisher's already switched defenses up on. They did go for that 1-3-1 a little bit, so Tecumseh not knowing what to expect, whether it's going to be a trap coming just straight up man-to-man or the 1-3-1. Really confused.
So with the left hand, attacks left, bounces to right now, and he knocks the three down left wing. Maverick right now with 5, and it's 31-5 in favor of Kingfisher.
And if you're Tecumseh, you don't want him to heat up because he really can catch fire, and he does not miss when he does.
Mays dances near the logo, the Chisholm logo in the right front court. They work it to Lugo around the perimeter. He's guarded by Ridenauer, puts the ball on the floor. It's knocked free. Cortez picks it up, underhands it, up ahead, and the layup is good by Stone. 33-5 with a minute gone here in the second period. Overstreet out of control, loses the handle. Cortez, an alley-oop lob, and Stone missed the slam, but Birdwell is there for the follow. Timeout. Tecumseh, 6:50 to go in the first half. 35-5 Kingfisher. This is the Wheat Capital presented by Bank Central on Squirtle.
Big Finish 2020 is on at Johnson's of Kingfisher. Hi, it's Jeff Johnson. Find a deal in December on remaining 2020 Ram 1500s at johnsonsofkingfisher.com. Like our new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Thinking of a new truck? Then you owe yourself to experience the best and unequaled ride and control that Ram has to offer during the Big Finish event. Deals in December? See them at Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. A dealership you'll find only in a place like Kingfisher. Same name,
same family,
since 1927.
Protect your network with the most advanced security features available. With CanOkla's Managed Network Service, you can experience worry-free, managed Wi-Fi with automatic security updates and protection for all devices on your network. Be the hero by preventing viruses, blocking malicious websites, and receive alerts when suspicious activity occurs. Pair this with CanOkla's high-speed internet for the ultimate internet experience. Call 800-CAN-OKLA today. CanOkla Networks is an equal opportunity provider, employer, and lender.
Well, Zicki and Snyder out now, out of the timeout for Jared Reese's club, 35-5 Kingfisher. Zarek Harjo, who's into the ball game for the first time for Tecumseh, handles it out front to Overstreet, whips it right. Driving the baseline, Harjo throws up a runner, and he got it to drop. Zarek Harjo had 7 yesterday against Perry with his first bucket here. It's 35-7 Kingfisher, under 6.5 to play in the first half. Mecklenburg with it left side. Try to cross court it. It's deflected. Run down by Peyton Kletter. Now he'll leave it left circle. Harjo driving, and he lost his footing. The ball out of bounds. .606 to play before halftime. 35-7. Kingfisher's girls already into the championship round after a thrilling 2-point overtime come from behind victory over Garber. Top of the key with it is Swaziski. Drives into Birdwell, and he lays it in. Cash with the assist, and Birdwell with 10. And another turnover at the other end. Birdwell leaves it up ahead for Stone to the goal, and the layup is good.
You know, they shot 68%, I believe, from the floor yesterday. They might be topping that today.
Sliding right, banging his way to the goal. Kletter, and he throws it up and in. Actually, on the miss, it was Trice with the stick back. It's 37-9 with 5:15 to play in the first half. Mecklenburg out front, leaves it for Snyder. Left side for Birdwell. Jarrett gets it to Cash out front. Lazicki working right side. Back to Birdwell through a double team. Loses the handle on the way up. Stone is there for the stick back and the foul. And Matthew Stone is in double figures with 10.
Yeah, I think he scored 21 last night, 15 in the first quarter. Matthew Stone did. Starters didn't touch the floor in the second half in the game where they scored 109 points against Blackwell. Stone, he's just one of those players, even if he's not shooting the ball well, his motor doesn't stop and just kind of gets buckets like that where he just outworks everybody else.
Stone just airballed a free throw. That last foul incidentally called against Jake Trice is his first, the 5th against Tecumseh.
And I'm going to take credit for that air ball since I talked him up so well there. He had no choice but to shoot an air ball, make me look bad.
Davion Mays with it left side, guarded by Cortez. Cortez takes the ball away from him. Bijan with a behind-the-back bounce pass. Gets it to Snyder. Snyder loses it, gets it back down the paint. Uncontested layup good.
Snyder actually led the team in scoring yesterday with 22 points and made 5 3-pointers.
41-9 as we're under 4.5 to play here in the first half from Chisholm. Overstreet lobs it to Mays left side. Cortez is out there with him. Davion Mays dancing with the basketball. Now they dare him to shoot. He puts up a 3. It's short. Rebound tip with the Savages, and Snyder has it. Mason down the middle of the floor. Whips it right corner for Swaziski.
Just calling Cash.
I'm calling him Cash. I'm done. Cortez, jump passes. Cash 3 on the way. No good. And the rebound to Mays. 41-9 our score. 4:15 to play in the first half. Wide open for 3 in the quarter is Harjo, and he airballs that one. Snyder has it as a 3-on-2 break. And he had Doherty, who then loses it out of bounds.
Catcher's hands right there. Just went right off his glove.
He's blocking it.
41-9 with 4 minutes to play here in the first half. You know, the Yellow Jackets aren't challenged just a whole lot, but I'll tell you from what little I've seen, you can tell me this, Swish, they go out, play everybody the same way, show the same amount of respect to every opponent.
Absolutely, and honestly, it starts on the bench.
Mays goes up and is hammered. He'll go to the line.
But, Jared Reese is just, he expects a lot out of him, especially defensively. The assistant coach, Chris Combs, his scouting reports are legendary, and he literally scouts everybody like it is the state championship game. Danny Green, who's not here, he's coaching the JV team. He's got head coaching experience. He delivers a lot. It starts with the bench, and they just don't allow him to slack up at all. And so they expect him, whether they're going out and playing Blackwell or Heritage Hall, they expect the same intensity out of their team.
Doherty commits that foul. It's his first, third against Kingfisher. First foul shot good by Davion Mays. He'll get one more. This to put point number 11 on the board. He does as he hits that one cleanly. First foul shot's attempted by the Savages tonight. Cortez into the front court. To Doherty, tips it right quarter. Cash with it out front to Ridenauer. Now to Stone, back to Cortez. The Cash left side, middle of the floor to Ridenauer. Did a good job running their half-court set, getting what they want. 3:36 to play in the first half. Matthew Stone gets a flip pass from Cortez, probes his way top of the circle, now to Bijan right side. Cortez to Cash, his entry pass knocked away and out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Kingfisher. So that's a turnover for the Jackets.
Yeah, I mean, one of the few times you'll see him not really execute that well in a half-court set.
Birdwell will replace Cash in the lineup. 30-point Kingfisher lead. It's been as many as 32. We're approaching the final 3 minutes of the first half from Paul J. Uthier Fieldhouse. Zarek Harjo dribbles between the legs, hands it off for Peyton Clutter left side. Down to Overstreet, trying to attack. Good defense cut off by Ridenauer. They get it down low in the paint, muscle it up. In close shot wouldn't go. Rebound juggled. Jay Mitchell has it, takes a dribble, goes back up and in.
Good job by Mitchell. Just kind of stayed in there between Ridenauer and Cortez. Got the rebound and powered it back in.
That started because Clutter had a good look in close but couldn't finish. Between the circles with it is Bijan Cortez. 2:41 to play in the first half. Cortez with it, right side. Doherty on the right wing. To Ridenauer, steps left, goes to Bijan. Cortez with it to Birdwell, back out front. Ridenauer with 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. To Cortez, takes a dribble, goes up and under and lays it in.
Love finding that high post and just letting it work from there. And that time Bijan just took it himself.
Ridenauer almost forced a turnover. He knocked the half-court pass away out of bounds. Kingfisher's doing a good job in running their half-court set. I mean, they're being patient. At this juncture, it's not about the opponents, it's about you getting better.
Yeah, and again, Coach Jared Reese, something I was talking about in one of our Kingfisher broadcasts. The first year they won it 2017, they played Heritage Hall in the double overtime game and ran a different set every time down in the second half just to kind of keep Heritage Hall on their toes. And it's just something that they do. They work a lot on these sets.
Jay Mitchell cross-courts it to Trice, who tips it to Mays, takes a dribble, turns to the three, throws up a little runner and banks it in. And Davion Mays now has his first bucket and his 4th point. 43-15, Kingfisher under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Cortez between the circles, right side for Doherty. To Stone, foul line extend on the wing in front of the Savage bench. Cortez with it, gets it down low to Ridenauer. He fumbles it, and that'll be a Kingfisher turnover. Trice out of there with it, lobs it up ahead for Harjo. He attacks left, throws up a little leaner, misses that one. Stone the rebound up ahead to Cortez, and he missed the spike. And the rebound to Harjo. Zarek speeds through the top of the circle to Overstreet. He knocks down a three clean as you please, wing right. And it's 43-18 on a 5-point swing there.
And in typical, that's got the coaches agitated because it's a little bit of sloppy play by Kingfisher, and it's led to 5 straight points by Tecumseh.
Stone misses off the front rim. Mays with a rebound. Leaking out is Overstreet. He lays it in. He's got 5 straight. It's 43-20 Kingfisher with 51 seconds to play in the half.
I almost expected Jared Reese to call a timeout there. I think if there were any more than a minute left in this half, he would have.
Cortez on a give and go. Slices right, dumps it down low. Birdwell a dribble from out underneath, and he lays it in. 45-20 with 40 seconds to play in the first half. Mays at Overstreet into the front court. Matthew Stone guards Brady Overstreet. He'll fall away on the baseline, and the mid-range jump shot is good. Brady's starting to heat up. 7 straight now for the Savages. 26 seconds to play in the first half. Right side with it is Ridenauer. Gets it to Stone. He missed it once. Gets it back. Missed it again. Gets it a 3rd time. Pivots and goes up and in. 10 seconds to play in the first half. 47-22. Overstreet, cross courts it to Mays, almost stolen away. Mays to Arjo for three, left corner, no good. Rebound the tip by Trice. Hit the rim three times and bound away at the buzzer. And Kingfisher leads by 25 at halftime, 47-22. We'll take a break for these messages. It's the 52nd annual Wheat Capital Basketball Tournament presented by Bank Central on Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
It's good for you, good for Oklahoma.
Call Roll-Offs Inc. at 580-ROLL-OFF, a complete container service company for all your trash, demolition, cleanup, or scrap metal needs. We're a family-owned and operated company with offices in Stillwater, Perry, and Enid. Call Roll-Offs Inc. 580-ROLL-OFF. Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
On the football field, it's important to be able to count on your teammates. Looking for a teammate you can bank on? You found one at the Bank of Kremlin. They'll offer you a wide variety of services, including loans, CDs, and always great customer service. They are the team that offers more at the Kremlin, North Enid, Goldtree, and Drummond branches, and at 430 South Oakwood. The Bank of Kremlin, banking with people you know. Member FDIC. Farrer Construction Company has been installing gas pipeline in northwest Oklahoma since 1968. With their experience and competitive prices, they are ready to go to work for you. Farrer Construction Company wants to commend our Kingfisher County athletes, not only for their dedication and outstanding attitudes on the field, but off the field as well. Good luck in today's game. From your friends at Farrer Construction in Dover.
Are you struggling to find medical care for you, your family, or your employees? Are you looking for affordable, easy-to-access care? Look no further than Reliant Direct Primary Care. Our low-cost memberships include access to care for all your primary medical needs. Give us a call today and let us know how we can help you. 580-599-0272 or visit www.reliantdpc.com.
The team of experienced and caring professionals at Garland Road Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is dedicated to providing you or your loved one with comprehensive, personalized, compassionate care. We offer short-term and long-term care and inpatient-outpatient rehabilitation services that can meet your specific needs. Visit our website at garlandroad.com to learn more about our compassionate care.
You want commitment from your bank, you want excellent service, and you want loyalty. Bank Central National Association strives every day to give you the banking experience you really want and enjoy. Their friendly staff is here to serve you and provide you with the best service around. Call them today at 580-234-3316 or visit them in Enid, Alva, Woodward, Anthony, Kansas, or Harper, Kansas. Thank you for choosing Bank Central National Association. Member FDIC.
At First Bank and Trust, we stay true to our values of being neighborly, loyal, and confident. We know it takes a seasoned ag producer to understand and anticipate the needs of one. Our loan officers combine their years of experience on the farm with the expertise in financing land, livestock, farm equipment, and supplies. Call FBT today or visit our new website, fbt.bank, for more information. You watch your fields, and we'll watch your finances. First Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
RV stands for recreational vehicle. Keep that in mind before your next excursion and let the folks at Arnold RV ensure that recreation does not turn into frustration. You'll find the best service in town from a trained staff that knows what to do with your home on the road. You'll also find a complete line of RV supplies. You'll soon realize that you'll want your first stop of your next trip to be at Arnold RV Parts and Service, 2525 Rock Island Boulevard in Enid, backing all of our area athletes. And please like them on Facebook.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Northwest Oklahoma is Croft Country, and there's no better way to get around it than a vehicle from Croft Chevrolet Buick GMC at 401 East Oklahoma in Alva. They've got the best trucks on the road or in the field. The Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras. Customize yours with a hay bed, and it becomes the ultimate farmer's office. The 2020s are here, which means you'll find great deals as they move out the 2019 model, not to mention a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. Go to CroftChevrolet.com and find your next vehicle. It's always better in the country. Croft Country Chevrolet Buick GMC. Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Enid Vision Center, located on West O&K Garriott Road, across from TJ Maxx in Enid, Oklahoma, is proud to serve the Garfield County community. Dr. Sproul is an Oklahoma native who practices the full scope of primary care optometry. Our team is here to care for all your vision needs. We handle everything from adult and children's eye exams to eye emergencies, treatment of eye diseases, and co-management of eye surgery such as LASIK. So give us a call at 580-297-7580. The Enid Vision Center team is excited to support all our local athletes.
Eubank Haney Law Firm is proud to be a fan of high school sports. Andrew Eubank and Caleb Haney believe that clients deserve better. At the end of the day, that's how they measure true success. Their experience, confidence, and integrity ensures that your case will be handled in a reasonable, efficient manner, regardless of the legal situation you are facing. Get out of line and come to Eubank Haney Law Firm in Enid, Fairview, and Laverne. Call 580-234-4334 when winning is everything.
Looking good, Bryce. Welcome back here to Paul J. Uthier Fieldhouse. We are ready for the start of the second half. Kingfisher 47, Tecumseh 22. Cortez with 18, 16 from Stone. Birdwell with 12. No surprise, the leading scorers for the Yellow Jackets at halftime. Jake Trice and Brady Overstreet with 7 apiece. Pace Tecumseh. 16 minutes to go as Kingfisher seeks their 7th Week Capital Tournament title, at least a chance to win it tomorrow night in 8 years. And out of the halftime locker room, an alley-oop lob, and Stone slams it home.
What did you say during the halftime break there?
Yeah. 49-22. Yeah, I don't think there was
no more slam dunks.
If he had missed that, I probably would have been right, at least for the rest of the night. Davion Mays with it between the circles. Angles left against Bijan Cortez. And Mays is going to be called for stepping on the sideline.
Might have got him for 5 seconds there. Bijan was in his pocket the entire time.
49-22, 7:17 to play here in the third period, along with Michael Swisher on Todd Miller on Squirtle. A 3 put up left wing, no good. Stone has 4 straight out of the locker room as he puts the garbage back in the compactor.
And that's what Stone does. Obviously athletic, as you saw by the alley-oop there. He just outworks everybody down low, too.
Overstreet with the basketball near the Chisholm logo, right front court in front of his head coach. Now he veers back towards the center of the floor and angles left. A minute gone here in the third period, 4-0 in favor of Kingfisher since halftime. Overstreet airballs a contested jump shot over Birdwell baseline left. Cortez, 2 dribbles up ahead to Doherty. He throws it away as he tried to cross-court it. And now they're going to say it was last touch by the Savages, so it stays with the Jackets.
Yeah, I think they got a hand on that pass there before it went out of bounds.
51-22. Kingfisher beat Blackwell last night, 109-21. Doherty trapped in the paint, kicks it out to Cortez. Left side for Ridenauer to Cortez underneath the Stone to a cutting Birdwell. He missed the left-handed layup. Mays with a rebound for Tecumseh as they move from right to left. Davion Mays into the front court. Stutter steps, pulls up, follow-away jump shot is good. Good-looking jump shot by Davion Mays, who has 6. And it's 51-24.
Got a lot of height on that, but you can tell by the way guarding, they're going to let him shoot those shots and the three-point shots. They're just trying to keep him from the bucket.
Ridenauer answers with a 3 in his own in the right wing. He has 8. Maverick with 2 3-point baskets. Kingfisher has 3 triples in the ballgame. 6 minutes to play, second half. It's a 30-point lead again for Kingfisher. Overstreet whips it right side as they get it to Clutter. Now down low to Mitchell, backs into a double team, needs some help, tried to get it to Trice. It was knocked off the window and taken away by Cortez. Up ahead for Stone, and he tips it in. I think those guys haven't worked in concert a few times.
A couple times.
56-24, 5:42 to play here in the third, and Cortez called for a blocking foul in the backcourt. Bijan, inside with Oklahoma, now has his second personal.
You know, they're both 4-year starters now, and with the exception, you know, Matthew Stone had to have his appendix removed just as the playoffs were starting his freshman year, made it back for the state tournament. Other than that, both of them have made every game.
Mitchell turns, missed it, but the tip by Trice is offline, but he gets it back, missed it again. Rebound tipped a couple of times. Finally, Matthew Stone has it. So Trice mumbling to himself as he runs down the floor. Cortez for 3, left corner, and he got it. 59-24, almost 3 minutes deep into the third period. Kingfisher will play at 8 tomorrow. Tecumseh will play at 5 for the third place game.
That's a big assumption there, Todd.
Clutter down the paint. I will happily change if it change my opinion if things change, but I don't see that happening. Cortez leaves it out front. Ridenauer's 3 hangs on the rim, bounds away twice. And the rebound tipped and put back in by Stone.
And sometimes you don't have to work hard. The ball just falls in your hands and you get the tip in.
You know, I'm pretty heavy for a guy that goes out on those small branches, you know. 61-24, going out on a limb to make that statement. Third place game at 5, championship game at 8 tomorrow. Chisholm or OKC Knights will be the opponents. Right wing side with it is Peyton Clutter. And he cross-courts it. Mitchell underhands it, right corner for Mays. Davion loses it off of his leg. It caroms off Stone to Mitchell left wing. Top of the key with it is Clutter. Peyton holds it above his head, drives in, bounces. Doherty knocked it away. Now feeds it up ahead, one-on-one to Stone to the goal. Layup good.
And if it holds, the Kingfisher is going to be shorthanded again tomorrow. The JV team is beating Surreal, a ranked Class B team, 28-22 at halftime over at Sealing.
63-24 here. Overstreet steps into a three, and he got it. I'll tell you, if you give this guy a breath of daylight, he can flat shoot the basketball.
Yeah, we saw him start to heat up there towards the end of the first half.
Brady with 10 points in this one, 10 to the 27 on the board for Tecumseh. Cortez tried to feed it to Doherty, overthrew him. Trice with the turnover to Mays, loses it as he was going one-on-one. Now he'll back it out left corner. Cortez, who cut him off of the paint, is all over him. They get it to Clutter, falling out of bounds. He tried to whip it across the floor and throws it into the Savage bench.
We talked about these two playing together, starters for 4 years. Not counting this game, 89-4 overall in their careers at Kingfisher. That's 96% of their games that they've won.
Jared Reese, 178-23 at Kingfisher. That's a winning percentage of nearly 89%.
This is 8th season.
Slazicki with it, bounces it down low to a backdoor cutting Birdwell, and he lays it in. Jarrett with 14 points. So the big three doing the work here again today. Driving baseline, pump faking is Luco, and he puts it up and in. Jose with his first basket, 65-29.
I talked to Coach Jared Reese after that first state title in 2017, and he recalled his first year of coaching as a head coach. Snyder is blocked right there. Of course, that was at his alma mater, Blackwell. He lost 21, 22 games that year, his first year of coaching. And, and then stays with it, obviously, because he is a good coach. But look at what's how he's being rewarded right now.
Overstreet attacking left, draws the contact of the foul. It's the second foul on Cash Slazicki, and that will send Brady Overstreet to the foul line for a pair. First free throw is up, and it's good. Tell you what, I saw Jared play a lot in high school. He was a terrific player.
Yeah, he was one of those. He worked really hard as well. He scored a few points in this gym.
Yes, he did.
In this tournament.
Overstreet's second free throw is up and good. Maroons had a solid team when he was in high school, I can tell you that.
And I'm told also one of the better trash talkers in the game.
Oh, yeah. May still be. 65-31, 2:45 to play in the third. Snyder loses it, gets it back. Now lobs it out high for Cash. Slazinski with the basketball. Whips it left side. Ridenauer with it on the wing to Mason Snyder. 2.5 to play in the third. They try to backdoor lob. It's broken up and tipped away. Last touch by Jake Trice.
Yeah, I don't think that was in the game plan there. Snyder tried to force that one. Kingfisher caught a break by it going out of bounds.
34-point lead for the Yellow Jackets, number 1 in 4A. Down the paint, double clutching to the window is Ridenauer, and he lays it in. 67-31 with 2:15 to play in the third. Trice spins away. Cash cuts him off. Right baseline to Overstreet. Brady backs it out. Finds himself wide open and knocked down a little 16-footer on the baseline. 4 straight for Brady Overstreet on the board, and it's 65-33. Right side, Snyder holds it above his head, takes a dribble to the wing. Feeds it high post right for Ridenauer. In the corner for Cash. Cash with a between the leg dribble, sets Snyder up, drives in, whips it down low. Birdwell takes a step and lays it in.
Birdwell just kind of hovers in that short post area and allows his teammates whether to get it in the high post or to drive, and he just he's the beneficiary of them drawing in those defenders and then finishes at the rim.
69-33, Trice backs in, goes to Peyton Clutter, left baseline. He angles to the foul line. Peyton Clutter needs some help, now bounces it, and it's knocked away from him out of bounds by Maverick Ridenauer. Cortez and Stone, the two D1 boys, coming back in off of the bench. And again, you might say, why? Well, Coach Reese has no other options. Yeah. He has 3 players on the bench, and everyone has played about equal minutes tonight.
And this was a concern his coming into the tournament, knowing that he's the heavy favorite to win it, but also knowing if his JV team does well at Sealing, then that leaves him quite limited here
with the number of players he can go to on the bench.
Clutter throws it away into the front court left side with it is Maddox Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg with it to Cortez. He's used about every combination he has available tonight. Sklazetsky down low. Gets it to Stone. Or excuse me. Yeah, that was Stone. He was challenged, missed the layup. Stone dive into the floor, takes it away from Overstreet in the backcourt. And a carry called against Matthew Stone. Tell you what, give that kid credit.
I'm telling you, he missed that shot underneath down there, but then just kind of stays around and hustles and gets that, almost forces the turnover.
69-33 with a minute to play here in the third period.
And this is something, when Stone hits the floor, you got to bring the towel out because he's always working nonstop, and he leaves a wet spot on the floor every time.
Yeah, you can look at his jersey. Yeah. It's drenched in sweat.
It stays that way, and nobody gets it up better than Chris Combs.
69-33. Guy does the scouting reports and cleans up the sweat off the floor.
Elks Hoop Shoot national champion, too, back in the day.
Was he really?
Didn't miss a shot at nationals. Chris Combs.
He should have put on a halftime exhibition. What do you think?
Well,
Overstreet hands it to Mays, right wing.
Perfect form.
Lugo slides left, is cut off by Stone. Cross-courts it for Mays, who was open, but he can't handle it. It's out of bounds.
And even with Tecumseh there, they did a good job. Had a man wide open underneath. Great pass. It just can't be handled. Just not going the Savages' way.
Under 40 seconds to play here in the third. Wing left with it is Mecklenburg. They work it down low. Stone takes a dribble. This time he finishes off the window. He was not going to be denied, and Matthew has 24. Under a half minute to play here in the third. Overstreet dribbling around out front, gets deep, throws up a runner at front, runs him down. And Overstreet, who had 23 yesterday, is having a nice day today as he has managed 16. Bijan Cortez will walk it across midcourt. We're under 10 seconds to play here in the third. Cortez with it way out front right side. 4 seconds to play in the third. Stone whips it right wing. 3 on the way. No good for the right corner. As time expires, Maddox Mecklenburg had a good look but couldn't get it to drop. 71-35, Kingfisher. We go to the fourth. Back in a moment at the Week Capital, presented by Bank Central on Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Welcome back here to the 52nd Annual Wheat Capital Basketball Tournament. Todd Miller, Michael Swisher with you on Squirtle. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Bank Central. All Kingfisher is expected here in the boys' semifinal, 71-35. And the Tecumseh Savages will have it to start the final 8 minutes. Mays to Overstreet for 3. Missed that one over Birdwell. And the rebound to Matthew Stone. He spins away, now dribbles away from another defender. They're going to call him for a double dribble.
Saw him look to the bench there, and both coaches were saying, hey, right there, instead of trying to dribble it up court, look up and pass it. But a good set by Tecumseh coming out of the timeout. Got a good look, just didn't knock it down.
Clutter to Mays of the inbounds pass, 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. 71-35 our score. Bounce pass left corner, Amos Galloway. He'll get it to Mays, falling away, airballed it, and Doherty with a rebound. Ian to Bijan Cortez. He will walk it left to right across the screen into the offensive end for the Yellow Jackets. Cross-court pass to Ridenauer. He moves right, fires a 3, and he got it. That was a deep 3 ball, 74-35 as we played almost a minute of the fourth. Lugo pulls up, is covered up right circle by Birdwell. Jared forces him to give it up to Peyton Clutter. Clutter works on the Chisholm logo, right front court, needs some help, and a timeout called from the Savage bench. And the 5 seconds was just about to elapse. 7:07 to play, fourth quarter. Kingfisher 74, Tecumseh 35. This is the 52nd Annual Wheat Capital, brought to you by Bank Central on Squirtle.
Planning an auction? Look no further than JKJ Real Estate and Auction Company to sell your real estate, farm machinery, vehicles, and equipment. Contact Keith James and Jerry Junkie in Enid, Lon Sturgeon in Mino, Doug Walker in Crescent, and Chad Grebb in Helena, or LD Rapp in Wakita. Let their hard-working and experienced staff conduct a successful auction for you. Since 1968, JKJ Auction and Real Estate has been helping you say sold at 1301 East Willow in Enid, 580-233-9800 and jkjauction.com.
Time back in. Tecumseh to inbound the basketball. Down 74-35 to 4A number 1 Kingfisher, who again's only loss came to 6A top-ranked Edmond Memorial back in the first semester, 33-27. Mays dribbling around out front, gets it to Galloway, who loses the handle, and the Yellow Jackets have yet another savage turnover.
That loss to Edmond Memorial, Bijan, 2 early fouls in that game. Stayed in foul trouble the whole game, spent a lot of time on the bench, and just the time he was out there just wasn't sharp, forced things, wasn't the Bijan that we know. And still, Kingfisher had a shot in the last 20 seconds to go up.
Jackets turn it over, 2-on-1. Overstreet tried to get cute with a behind-the-back pass. It's broken up by Stone. And another savage turnover, 95 seconds gone here in the fourth. Ridenour, high post left as Stone muscles up. He's hacked, and he'll go to the foul line.
Muscled up twice there, first to receive the pass and then on the shot.
Tecumseh foul against Clutter, his second. Makes you think that this Yellow Jacket team not only can play, but perhaps beat anybody in the state.
They're right up there with anybody. They beat, 6A number 3 Edmond North in the semifinals of that Edmond Open. And that was, they found out on Tuesday the Tournament of Champions was canceled of that week. Found out on Tuesday, so they found a tournament. It was Edmond. So a little preparation for the teams in that tournament. Got in, made the finals. I think Edmond Memorial overall is better than them. But, if they play 10 times, Jackets are going to get a couple wins against them.
Birdwell on the stick back off of 2 free throw misses by Matthew Stone. Puts points 75 and 76 up on the board with 6 minutes to play. Overstreet slides left, fires a 3 and banks it in.
I heard him say it.
You know what? As high as he shot it, I really think he was using the glass. That's his 3rd 3. He's got 4th triple for the Savages. This guy can shoot, so don't doubt it. Stone, right front court. Cash bounces it to Birdwell. Cross courts it. Stone for 3, got it. I just don't know how you defend these guys at the 4A level when they have guys that can go in and out. The answer is you don't.
You play the zone and you hope they're not hitting, and you get back in your transition defense. The teams that have had success, that's what they do. Somebody like Edmond Memorial, they've got the athletes, they can man them up. But you play the zone, pray to the good Lord they're not hitting, and you have to get back on defense.
Overstreet misses a 3 right quarter. Kingfisher with the rebound. Stone has it to Cash into the front court. Now to Ian Doherty. Left wing side with it is Mecklenburg. Maddox gets it to Cash, bounces it to Stone. Foul line left, going to the goal, misses everything. Birdwell had the rebound and then lost it out of bounds, so it'll go to Tecumseh.
They had a 47-game win streak. I think that's what it was at going into the area finals last year. Bethany upset them in that area final, ended that one of the top 10 win streaks in Oklahoma boys history. And you talk to their coach, one thing they practiced on all week was transition defense. And they didn't give up those transition points to Kingfisher that
Mays with it, foul on extended left wing, being blanketed by Doherty. Gets it to Lugo. He loses the handle. Snyder with it out, 2-on-1. Dumps it to Ian. He misses the layup. And the rebound to Brady Overstreet, and Doherty runs up his back and commits his second.
Ian smiling there. I'm not sure if he was ready for that one.
Looking at their schedule, anybody going forward, you see a challenging matchup before the postseason?
Yeah, absolutely. Next Tuesday at Tuttle. Tuttle number 6 in 4A. A very good team. Now, Tuttle did lose to Blanchard, I believe, and Blanchard's on the schedule here a little bit further down. But this next week before their tournament, there's 3 pretty good challenges there coming up before Kingfisher hosts the Buckle of the Wheat Belt. But that showdown at Tuttle Tuesday, a lot of people will be looking forward to that. That's going to be 4 top 8 teams with the boys and girls.
Near turnover, Trice's pass hit Snyder. We didn't expect it. It's picked up now by Harjo with 4 minutes to play here in the semifinals. Overstreet lobs it to Mitchell, bangs his way in, bounces it to Harjo, right corner. He bounces it back down low for Galloway, loses it. Now gets it back to Harjo, slides right. Tries to get to the baseline, does, and then Mitchell pops out, handles a pass. Mitchell backing down, going left to right, and he hit the jump shot.
Nice touch on that.
Yeah, it was.
Also a showdown next Tuesday at Clinton. Clinton's got a team that offers a couple of matchup problems for them. Played them tough last year. Clinton's an area tournament team with a lot of kids back from that squad last year. So definitely some challenges ahead.
79-40, Mecklenburg with a basketball, right side for Snyder. In the corner it goes for Birdwell. Cross courts it, and the 3 in and out by Mecklenburg. Rebound underneath, and falling away on the stick back is Doherty, who finally hit the scorebook.
Didn't get it on his layup earlier, had to work for that one.
81-40, 3:15 to play. Overstreet probes his way, right circle, now backs it out near the midcourt stripe. Overstreet got Cash in the air, now dribble rocks back and missed short of the 3-point attempt.
Never got his feet set there after he made his move.
Under 3 minutes to play, 81-40 Kingfisher, so both of the Yellow Jacket programs will be into the championship here of the Wheat Capital Tournament.
Still going out on that limb, Todd. 2 minutes, 52 seconds left in this one.
Snyder with it, left side. I'm a gambler. I'll put money on this one now. Left corner to Mecklenburg. Back to Snyder. You want to join in on that bet?
I want to keep my money. Thank you, though.
Birdwell misses an up and under, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doherty. I think with this bet I'm talking about, you're pretty safe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drain the savings.
Yeah. I think they'll withstand the final charge here.
2.5 to play. I'll say this, Tecumseh has played hard today. They really have. Mitchell cross courts it for Overstreet. Overstreet whips it across the floor to Harjo. He'll put up a 3. It was on line, but a little short. Mecklenburg with a rebound, and we're approaching 2:15 to play in the 4th period.
And I think I said during the girls' game that I thought Kingfisher and Tecumseh played last year. It was Noble, not Tecumseh.
3 left wing by Snyder, short. Overstreet with a rebound, a run out and missed it. The follow tip a little bit short by Trice, and Kingfisher controls the window. Under 2 minutes to play in the ball game, 81-40 Yellow Jackets. It's been pretty methodical today. Mecklenburg bounces it over the right baseline for Cash. Cross courts it. Maddox steps in with 3. No good. In and out. Rebound tipped a couple of times. Slammed to the floor and right to Ridenauer. He'll whip it to Cash. Drives baseline. Whips it across the floor to Snyder. Foul out extended left wing. 1.5 to play in the semifinal. Matchup number 1 at the Wheat Capital. Right side, Mecklenburg bounces it for Birdwell, drives in, now bounces for Ridenauer. He fumbled it, and he'll reset left wing. Now to Cash between the circles with 1:17 to play, 81-40. They swing it from right to left. In the corner with it is Mason Snyder. Snyder, as they back off, says, I'll take this 3, misses it short. Rebound tipped it over the back. A foul called against Ridenauer. That'll be his first. Kingfisher has just 7 fouls collectively as a team, and that's their 4th here in the second half. 41-point lead, 70 seconds to go. Savages set the table out front. Trice with it, bounces it to Mitchell, left low post. Mitchell muscling up and a foul as Birdwell came over the top on the block, but I think he may also get called for the foul.
I think they'll call that one.
They are in Mecklenburg.
Yeah. He was the one getting back down in the paint there. He's trying to figure out what he did wrong. He was the one getting pushed around.
Chisholm Perry girls next with Tom Nelson here on Squirtle. 81-40 the score. Mitchell's free throw is a little strong. Savages had been a perfect 4 of 4 from the foul line before that miss. Kingfisher has only been there 7 times, and the Yellow Jackets, albeit they haven't needed it, just 3 of 7. Second free throw too strong. And we're under a minute to play. Savages with some full court pressure over the top with it. They get it to Ridenauer. Now he'll whip it left for Mason Snyder. An old-fashioned game of keep away for the Yellow Jackets. Mecklenburg between the circles. Right side to Ridenauer. Foul line right to Snyder. Down low to Birdwell. Takes a dribble layup good. Tell you what has impressed me as much as anything, seriously, is their spacing on offense.
Yep. That's something I go to a lot of their practices, and they work on that stuff nonstop. Shooting, defensive drills, it's just, they just drill a lot of it in there, and it just shows up on game day.
Harjo with a three late, 14 seconds to play. It's a 40-point game. Kingfisher will be 8-1. Tecumseh will play for third with a record of 2-6. Yellow Jackets into the front court. They will hold it in the final seconds, melt away. Congratulations to Kingfisher. They're on to the championship game, trying to win their 7th in the last 8 years here in North Enid. 83-43 is the final score. Back to wrap it up in a moment. This is the 52nd Annual Wheat Capital, brought to you by Bank Central on Squirtle.
Big Finish 2020 is on at Johnson's of Kingfisher. Hi, it's Jeff Johnson. Find a deal in December on remaining 2020 Ram 1500s at johnsonsofkingfisher.com. Like our new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Thinking of a new truck? Then you owe yourself to experience the best and unequaled ride and control that Ram has to offer during the Big Finish event. Deals in December? See them at Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. A dealership you'll find only in a place like Kingfisher. Same name,
same family,
since 1927.
Protect your network with the most advanced security features available. With CanOkla's Managed Network Service, you can experience worry-free, managed Wi-Fi with automatic security updates and protection for all devices on your network. Be the hero by preventing viruses, blocking malicious websites, and receive alerts when suspicious activity occurs. Pair this with CanOkla's high-speed internet for the ultimate internet experience. Call 800-CAN-OKLA today. CanOkla Networks is an equal opportunity provider, employer, and lender.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Back here at Paul J. Uthier Fieldhouse, Chisholm Perry about 25 minutes away here on Squirtle. Final score in the first boys semifinal matchup, Kingfisher 83, Tecumseh 43. Yellow Jackets now 8-1. We're led by the 27 points of Matthew Stone, 21 from B. John Cortez, and Jarrett Birdwell had 20. Maverick Reitnauer, sometimes I think that guy gets lost to the shuffle. He finished with 13 points and 2 each from Snyder and Ian Doherty.
Yeah, and right now he's got a couple of small school offers, and I think he'll pick up a little bit as the season goes on. But, yeah, he's somebody you can get lost. You see Matthew and Bijan, but they also create a lot of opportunities for him, and he cashes in on them.
Brady Overstreet followed up a 23-point performance yesterday in the first-round matchup against Perry with 19 today. He was the Savages' only double-figure scorer. Jake Trice was 7-6 from Davion Mays, 5 points from Zarek Harjo, 4 from Jay Mitchell, and 2 points from Jose Lugo. And that's the scoring for Tecumseh as they fall to 2-6. 83-43 the final score. Swish, always enjoy working with you. Good luck to you and the Yellow Jackets down the road.
Yeah, always fun working with a real pro. The Kingfisher fans get to listen to somebody good for once.
That'll wrap it up. Final score 83-43 for Michael Swisher and our crew here in Enid. I'm Todd Miller. Stay tuned. Perry Chisholm coming up shortly right here on Squirtle.